My good people, I edit my golf videos for my YouTube channel. If y'all haven't checked out any of my golf creator stuff, please go check that out. I'm gonna give y'all a rundown of how I edit my videos. I'm not the best editor. I'm not like the good guys or the Brian Bros guys or anything like that with all the crazy edits, crazy intros, all that stuff. But I do believe that I can, get out a good quality video. This is all the stuff that I've learned this past year of editing videos. Sorry, I ate chocolate not too long ago and it's stuck in my teeth. But anyway, so we're just going to dive right into it. I'm going to show y'all my equipment that I use and the software that I use for editing and all that good stuff. So first things first, we'll dive into some equipment stuff. For the cameras, if I'm not using my phone, I have the Panasonic HCX 1200. The 1600 has a viewfinder, but I just use the 1200. I think it's good enough for me. This is actually what I'm recording this video on from this perspective. The SD cards that I have for that are the Lexar Professional 256 gig. Yeah, 256 gigabyte. It's got the V60 chip in there. I'm probably going to have to. I'm doing a iPhone view of the settings that I use for the Panasonic because I think that's a big deal too. So I'll just show y'all the SD card, or I'll probably just pop it up. The microphones that I have for that are the Rode VO Mic Plus. You'll probably, if you watch YouTube Golf, I've seen Bob Does Sports have these, and I believe Garrett Clark has them too on his videos. This is pretty cool. It's got the deck cat on it. You can take this on and off, and this is the actual mic itself. So I recommend getting that. This is a little add-on for it. This one broke. So that's what. Yeah, a little glue popped off. But get the deck cat so the wind won't be an issue. For the cart cams, I have the GoPro Hero 12. I got two of these with the suction cups, and I recommend getting another one. These little extension things. I'm gonna have all the equipment listed down in the description below. But these right here are really good. You can kind of take them on and off better than the original GoPro ones. And I got the media mod with this with the GoPro suction cup, so you stick it on the cart. Very, very, very good camera. You can also use it like for vlogging and stuff like that. So like you'll just have another camera. So, and I got the DJI Flip. Just in case I want to get some aerial shots. And my YouTube video with Chase on the Break 30 at Keith Hills, I use this drone. This drone's really good. I love it. Like I said, it's just a little flip. I mean, it doesn't weigh much. It's very versatile, and you can just carry it anywhere. I got it with the controller that you just hook your phone on. I don't have the other one. I might get the other one. I'm not too sure. I don't feel like spending that much money right now though. So this is just good. This is good enough for me. I recommend getting 2 or 3 batteries because the only downside to it, the battery does run out fairly quickly. So I recommend getting some extra batteries for that. Equipment wise, that's about it. And I also use my phone. So when we go to edit, like I'm gonna do like a little full breakdown of how I edit a video from scratch. I actually shot my latest video on my phone. So yeah, your phone's just as good. So I mean, you know, just use your phone. Okay. So I'm gonna go over some settings that I have for the cameras. I think that's an important thing. The quality, the frame rates. The frame rates are a big thing. I did not know that literally until like recently that frame rates is a big deal. But I'll basically just I'm gonna switch my phone and I'm gonna show y'all some settings that I got on my GoPro and my Panasonic camera and all that good stuff. All right, so here we are with the Panasonic the menu. My camera's probably not going to focus. I apologize about that. So when you first get it, I'm trying to go in the menu here. Come on. So you want to make sure that you can't really see it, but that's just a yellow box. You want to make sure that's selected and none of these right here. Now, if you're good at post-production stuff, then yeah, you can mess around with Send V and Send D, but I don't recommend that. Just use the standard. It's just like for standard picture quality. Basically, we're going to go into the menu here. Now, on audio, if you have the pros, the Video Mic Pros that I set this to manual and -15B because when I do use, I'll show y'all real quick. When I do use the microphones, I'll have these set. Good gosh, the freaking camera is awful. I'll have it set. It's not turned on. I'm sorry. Battery spread. Oh no, never mind. There it goes. I have this set to plus 20 dB. I'm sorry for the camera quality. It does not look good, but I got it set to plus 20 dB because I figured out that that's the best audio for it. And then for your recording, let me go to system. Frequency, I got it set to 59.94. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. My camera is not focusing at all. Let me try to get it to focus. There we go. And then for your record format, this is important. So normally it'll be set to 2160 by 59.94 pixels. So that's pretty much 60 frames a second. I recommend you record in 2160 to 23.98. Now, if anybody that really knows a lot about cameras, maybe they can, teach me something and maybe there's a better recording. But when I export my videos, I do it in 23.98 frames a second, and that's just the best quality that I can get out of my videos for now, from what I've heard. And like I said, if anybody can, give me some tips on that, then, just let me know. And then on the GoPro, basically the same thing. I got it set to, here, I gotta unlock this. I got it set to 4K. Come on now, click on. I got it set, no, not HDR. I got it set to 4K, 24 frames a second, and the lens wide. And that's just how I like to record. On the excuse me, on the drone, basically the same thing. I'll probably set that to like 30 frames or 24 frames. You just want to make sure everything matches, basically. So I just wanted to show y'all that because that's important. I don't think enough YouTube videos cover that. So yeah, I just like to match everything up 24 frames a second at least, because when we go to export it, y'all will see it in the video. I like to export it at 23.98 frames a second. I wouldn't recommend doing 60. 60 is just like for gaming videos or like, higher frames a second doesn't mean you're going to get the best quality. Like, yeah, it may look smoother, but your video is going to be, the file size is going to be huge for one, and it's going to take forever to upload. And I mean, you can just, take it down to 24 frames a second and it still looks just as good, if not a little bit better, to be completely honest with you, in my opinion. Also, if you like record in 60 frames a second and then you go try to export it at 23 frames, the video is going to look choppy. In an earlier video, I accidentally did that. So y'all can just learn from my mistakes. So yeah, I like to keep everything same, 24 frames a second, just for basic content is the best. All right, so we're just going to dive into the editing side of things. And just let me know what y'all think. If y'all have any tips or anything like that, then please let me know. Let me know if y'all got something out of this as well. So when I first started out editing, yes, I do velos, okay? Like, if y'all hate on me on it, I'm sorry. If y'all watch my earlier YouTube videos, I edited on Final Cut because I had a MacBook. Now I'm on Windows. I got me a PC, which I'm very blessed with. 2 monitors here that really helped me dial in on the editing side. Because I mean, like, you can play the best golf, and then if you want to get a video out and it looks like crap, the audio's crap, all that stuff, it's not going to work out. So speaking of audio, I also have some DJI mics. I got the mic minis. I recommend getting those too, because you can also plug them into your phone. Like, if you want to record on your phone, you can plug it into your phone and then you got better audio. But yeah, you can play really good golf, but if your video quality's crap and audio's crap, audio to me is more important. If all that's, because you can have a very high quality video, but the audio's crap, nobody's going to watch it. Nobody's going to want to watch it. So if you got those things down, then I mean, you're good. But to get out some good high quality content, I recommend, just getting some Panasonic cameras, or if you have a brand new iPhone and you record on that, 4K, 24 frames a second, it's perfect. Perfectly fine. Like I said, this video that we're about to edit together, that I'm about to do this tutorial on, I shot it on my iPhone. So another thing with the shot tracers, I can make a video on how I do my shot tracer editing. I can also make a video on how to edit on Final Cut. Final Cut is very straightforward. If you're just getting into editing videos and stuff, it's very straightforward. I now use Adobe, so we're going to edit. We're going to do this little test footage on Adobe, because Adobe is just a different kind of beast, but there's so much stuff you can do with it. So we can just get right into that. So you got your SD cards, you upload them onto your computer. I recommend like doing files, like making a new file. If you're on Mac too, just you can do it on your Finder. And then call it whatever you want. Call it camera or GoPro or, cart cam, whatever you want. So I already got that set up right here. And all this stuff right here we'll get into. That's how I put my scorecards and all that stuff, a little extra stuff. I use Canva for that. We'll go into it when we get to it. So say like plug in your SD card, you make a file, and then you upload the footage to that. Separate everything. Like I said, I shot on my iPhone on this video, so I put iPhone, and I put all the iPhone footage on that. On my GoPro, like the cart cam, I put all that stuff right there, just so it'll make it easier to win. Yeah, you want to sort everything. You don't ever want to get lost on stuff, because your brain can get scattered, especially if you're editing late at night, like I have. All right, so we're going to open up Adobe Premiere. We'll start a new project. The location, if you're on Windows, it will go to the Adobe like right here, it'll save into that stuff. We'll just save this into your desktop. I recommend saving stuff into your desktop just so it'll be easier to find. You don't have to look for it, basically. So we'll do that. So we'll just call this sample. We'll save it into our desktop. We'll create it. So basically now all like right here where y'all see the sample, everything that we do on here is going to go to that sample spot right there. All right. So this is what you'll see when you first open up Adobe. And if you've never edited before, you're going to be like, what the heck is all this crap? There's so many tutorials on Adobe. I can get into all that, but this video would be so freaking so I'm gonna just do some basic editing for y'all, and that way y'all can just learn from it. Y'all been editing videos before, just give me some tips or whatever, or give other people some tips. If you're just getting started into golf and golf creation stuff, this will be a good video for you to follow, because all this stuff is really confusing. And like I said, Final Cut does not look like this. It's very more straightforward. But anyway, so right here in this section, this is where you'll import your media. So you can click on import media and try to find the file like that. I like to click and drag it. So like if you made a file like right here, and then you can just drag it on right here. So we'll just take a sample from this. So we'll go to my Break 60, and then we'll take my iPhone footage and we'll drag it right here, and then boom, it's like that. So all my iPhone footage is right here. You can also create a bin. So right here, this is where you'll section stuff off. You can scroll back to your main project, whatever you made it at right here, and then you can create a bin. Like you can click on new bin. Okay, maybe I'm doing it in here. Yeah, I am. Click on the new bin. There it goes. And then you can call it whatever, and then whatever you want to like save all that stuff into, you can go right there. So we'll get that off. All right, so let's take a so when you click on the video, it's going to pop up right here. This is not on what's called a timeline sequence right here. Your timeline sequence is actually what's going to be the video that you make, like the video that you're going to post on YouTube. This is just like a sample of what you want to clip or just look at. So this is the intro that I did with Ryan in my latest video. And then we can just, click on it, drag it onto the timeline, and boom, now it's on the timeline. So this is what it's going to be on the video. Let me try to find a shot. All right, my bad. I forgot that I put like some of my iPhone footage into like a little shot tracer file, because I do a I'll put that on the SD card and then I'll upload it to my Mac, and then I use the Shot Tracer Pro app on my Mac and edit the shots like that, and then I'll re-upload them to the computer. So all the shots that we hit are like right here. So let's just take this for example. So we'll just put one right here where he hits a shot. All right, you hit a shot, I hit a shot. Okay, now I want to put my shot tracers in there. So I'll take, I think I put in a shot tracer too. Yeah, I did. So then I'll put the original shot in one file. And then I'll put like the ones that I have the shot tracer on. I'll pull it up right here, like right here. I have the shot tracer on it right here. And then I'll try to match the audio with the shot. So we can zoom in on the timeline. You'll just hit plus. your timeline right here. So you hit a shot right here. So now I want to overlap it with the shot tracer. Put plus to zoom in on a little bit more, try to line up the audio with it. And you want to make sure that it don't, overlap or anything like that. Okay, so that looks good. So now I'll just on the second audio line right here, I'll just cut down the audio all the way down to where you can't hear it. Then it'll look like that. And then same thing with mine. We can do the same thing. We'll go over to my clip. We'll zoom in on it. Take my shot tracer clip. Try to match the audio as best I can. I try to look like for these lines right here to like where I hit the ball. I try to line them up as best as I can, where the video like won't look weird. And then I'll take that and cut it down all the way, and then we'll just see how that looks. Yep. So now I won't overlap, because then like if you try to move, like if you move it off a little bit, see how it like does like a weird little jump. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It'll do like a weird little jump like that. That's not what you want. So you just want to try to match it as best as you can. See like that little bit of movement, and then look, it will just look smooth. And that's what it'll look like. If I want to add like a scorecard or anything like that, put this over here. So if I want to add like a scorecard, I use Canva. This is just like a little scorecard that I made. Canva's great for like making like your own, scorecards, pictures. I make my thumbnails sometimes on it. That was like one of my first thumbnails. Logos. They got like end videos, all that stuff. Like holes, backgrounds. Like Canva's awesome. This is how I made my original logo. Like it's very basic, but just to start out with, just to get your brand out there, it's pretty good. So this is why I like to use Canva right here, because then I can just just name it. So right here, I'll just put my name, Garrett, and say like I'm on hole 1. I'll put the yardage like right here. Say it's like 414 or 424. That's fine too. I'm at even par. And then shot 2, same thing. And so on and so forth. Y'all get the deal. And then I'll just do that all the way down to like whatever I'm on. Like if I'm doing bad that hole, I'll put like bogey or whatever. And then to download that specific scorecard, I'll click share, download. And this is one thing I learned. So if y'all look at my earlier videos, my scorecards like look blurry. So this is where you need to have the Canva Pro subscription. So I recommend doing that. I think it's like $15. And then you can get like all extra stuff and all that. Oh, also make the background green. And y'all see why in a minute. So make the background green. The quality, we want it all the way up for large screens, because then the quality will look the best. And then we'll just do pages 1 to 4. What pages? However many pages. Like if I made a bogey on that hole, it'll be page 5. If I made a double bogey, it'll be 6. Whatever. Y'all get it. We'll click done. Click download. If y'all want to animate it, like I did. Hold on, let me check that real quick. Sorry. So we'll click on animate, and it'll rise. And then when it goes away, I like to do both. Speed, you can adjust the speed to however you like. I like to put it in the middle, the direction it's going in. So I'll click both. It'll rise, and then when it goes away, it'll go down. All right, we'll click share, and then you want to put it on all pages. So then there's a spot here where it'll tell you all, like, animate on all pages. You'll select yes. The timing, I put it all the way up to 30, and then I can edit it to however I like where I wanted to go, or like I wanted to come up and if. All right, so share. Sorry, I know that was a lot. I apologize. I'm all over the place tonight. I'm sorry. All right, so quality all the way up, pages 1 through 5. That's fine. We'll download it. Gotta wait for it to download. Might take a while. There you go. All right, so we'll save it to our desktop. Yeah, if you save it to any other file, then you gotta like try to find it. So you want to, I like to save everything to my desktop, like I mentioned before. So save it to your desktop, click save. All right, so it's completed, and then it's right here. So now we'll go back to our video. We'll go to our project. I'll make another bin. I'll just put scorecard. And we'll click right here. Boom, it's right there. And then I'll double click it so it'll pop up right here on the left side of your screen. See, this was like shot 2. So like I'll go, so then I'll like move my arrows like back and forth to where that it's about to pop up. All right, so the first one went away. All right, so I'll click I for in. So now it's going to take this clip right here, and then I'll put it like at 30 seconds. So now I'll put it to where it's just about to go away. So it's like right here. All right, and then we'll click O for out. And then so now it's just going to take this part of the scorecard. It's not going to take the whole thing. So if you don't clip it like this way and you try to click and drag it, it's going to take the whole, like, you know, your first, second, third, fourth, basically the whole clip right here. If that makes sense. So then we'll click, drag it, and then we'll put it like right here. And that's what it will look like originally. So now, what I was mentioning before, like if you take the whole thing and put it right here, now it's got like the whole, we'll click minus the amount. See what I'm talking about? Now it'll take the whole like clip, like the whole thing. All right, so now we'll just take this one little clip and put it like right here to where I'm about to hit. All right, so that's what it looked like originally. To get rid of the green, we'll go to effects. So I'm using my mouse right here. I'm sorry. Like my mouse right here to scroll, like how you scroll up and down on the computer. So we'll scroll down to where it says effects, and there is it's called ultra key green screen. Now that's the preset that I saved, but I'll show y'all how to get it to where it'll go away. So get rid of the preset. On the Ultra key, we'll click it and drag it over to this effect. Now we're going to go to that's right here. It'll be effect controls. And how I did that, like to where it'll pop up right here, like it'll be like right here on your little window. But if you don't have that, then you can always go to window and try to find it right here. So we'll take it, the key color, we're going to change that to green. So I'll take my little scroll bar right here and change it to green. And then you got to take this little thing right here and put it all the way down to the green. Click it and then click OK. All right, now it goes away. Or hold on. Now you got to click this little thing right here and then click that and it'll go away. So now it looks like that. So now we want to position it to where it's at the corner. So now we'll double click, triple click, however many clicks to where it's like, where it looks like this. Then we'll take it and then we'll just put it right there at the corner. Boom. Simple. So now it looks like that. There you go. Oh, my bad. The audio was weird because, yeah, make sure the audio on the second clip is all the way down. So now it's like that. That's how it works. So we got that little part. And then now if I want it to go away, so since we got like this 30-second clip right here, and that clip's not that long, and I want it to go away like right here, I'll just hit C to cut, and I'll cut this part, I'll cut this part, click V, click that, so I'll just click that little clip right there, now I click delete, now that goes away, and then I'll just combine it. These are together. Hit the shot. And then that's where I want the scorecard to go away. So that's that. And I mean, that's basically it. I mean, like, then you'll just, the more you edit, the more, I mean, you'll get used to it. For like scorecards, like at the end of like a hole or something, and I want to show like the whole scorecard. So let me delete all this. You can also save it as a preset. Like I got a whole bunch of presets right here that'll help me edit faster. Like I said, there's videos on how to save presets and all that stuff. I got like audio presets, crop presets, my key screen, and then my scorecard presets to like where I want it at each time. So if I want like a big scorecard to come up, so let me go to iPhone here. And this was the end. This is the end of the video. So I'll go back to Canva. So this is a scorecard that I made on Canva to where I can type in like each, like I can just edit my way. Like I'll put like the holes right here. I'll put the pars right here. I'll put the yardages right here. And then I'll put what score that we got, our target for that day, and then the total that we're at, like for, you know, that hole or whatever. So this was the end of it. We'll put it as 15 seconds. All right, we'll click share again, download. Again, quality all the way up. I'll just save this first page. Click done, click download. That will download. Right, so good. Any day now, play. Okay. And we'll save it to our desktop. And now it'll pop up right there, just like that. So now I want my scorecard. Come up like right. Oh, my bad. We'll copy it first. So we'll go to the bin scorecard. Put a big scorecard right here. Click on our video. Put the scorecard right there. All right, so now it's like that. And this is where I recommend, you know, saving presets. So now I'll put my green screen effect right here. And then I'll put my motion preset that where I want the scorecard to be at. I'll click that, drag that right there, boom. And then now it's like that. So now that's what it'll look like. And then that's pretty much it. So if you got those basic little things, I mean, there's little simple edits that you can do to make a video interesting. Like you can add memes or like, you know, I make funny faces all the time. My videos, so like right here, I'll just hit C to clip that. Zoom in, clip that. So like if you want like a little zoom effect, so you'll clip, like I'll clip right here, clip right here, and then like I'll zoom in on myself. So I'll click on effect controls, click scale, zoom in like that, position it up to my face. And then now, like, pop out like that. You know, simple stuff like that can just make a video, you know, cooler. And then like right here, I added Ryan's name. So I went to Canva and like made like a little name thing. I think I already saved it right here. Yeah, I put it right here. So now, So now I'll go to right here, create another bin. I'll just put name. Like I said, I like to sort everything because like when you go into editing, like all this stuff, it can just get confusing. So I'll put his name right here. So I want it to pop up right here. That's where his name will come up. I'll put my ultra screen effect right here. My green screen right there. And now I'll like move it. I'll position it to like how I want it to. You can also hold, I think it's control. Yeah, you can hold control and it'll like center whatever, like whatever you want. So we'll put his name in the corner right there to where he's standing at. And then now his name will pop up like that. It'll go away. So That's on Canva. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, just simple stuff like that can just make your video a lot better. Exporting is really a big deal. Because then if you don't export it in the right settings, it can mess up the whole video. So my export settings that I recommend, so if you shot it in 4K and you shot everything in 24 frames a second, which I recommend, like keep everything the same. This is important now. We'll click export. So you can, the file name, we'll just put sample. You'll name it. The location, I like to put it at desktop. Now it'll have the preset to adaptive high bitrate. I mean that's fine. Like it'll take, like right here, it'll take the video and match it at 23 or 24 frames a second at 3,840, which is 4K. That's perfectly fine. You also want to make sure, yeah, this is important too. The sequence settings, you want to make sure like everything matches up. So we recorded in 24 frames a second at 4K. That's good. That's all I look at. You want to do like iPhone footage and all that stuff. I think it's like 1920 by 1080, something like that. You can just change it right here. Change the frame size and all of that, and then change it to whatever you're recording on, and then it'll like make it vertical to where like you can post it on Instagram, like little clips and stuff. I'll show y'all in a minute. I'll show y'all actually. So how I export my YouTube videos, these are the settings that I use. So UHD, that's 4K. I mean, it's basically 4K. The frame rate, I do 23.976, basically 24 frames. I click on more. Render at maximum depth. Use maximum render quality. So then it's going to get all them pixels basically, and it's going to, I don't know, all my tech geek comment what that means. I just heard that this is the best way to do it. The profile, we'll keep it at main. The level, we'll put it at 5.2. And then the bitrate encoding, I put it at CBR, and I changed this to 100. Now this is going to change your file size like a lot. So like right here, watch this estimated file size. It's going to go from 570 to like almost 1,000. I heard that you don't really need to do that, like use like the maximum CBR, but because it's just gonna make the file size bigger. I like to do it anyway. That's just my personal opinion. Change that actually. We'll change that back to where we had it on. CBR 100. Yeah. So you want to double check on your output right here. So we got UHD, and we got it at 23.976 FPS. That's what we recorded on that day, and everything looks good. And you'll click export, and then it'll export the video. And that's how I export my YouTube videos. And then that's how I get the best quality out of that specific video. If you want to like make a clip like this, I want to post it on my Instagram. So I'll change the sequence settings. I think it's 1920 by 1080. Yeah. Okay, so it'll give you this. That's not right. I'm sorry. 1080 by 1920. (1080 by 1920). That's vertical. Okay. So now how you change it to vertical. So that's what like you'll see on your phone. And then like if you have a clip that's like out of frame, you can just flip it like that. And then now you can just position it to where you want it. So then, you know, try to position it like that. You know, just mess around with it, man. I mean, like, you know, like I said, video editing is a monster. You know, it can get kind of, it can get a lot. It can get a little overwhelming. But that's how I edit my videos. Like I said, that was just like a little sneak peek. If y'all want me to, you know, do more tutorial videos of like how I edit my shot tracers and how I make my scorecards and all that, I can do that. I think I just used just a preset scorecard, like a basic scorecard, and I just used that. But if y'all enjoyed this type of stuff, you know, just let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what y'all think, man. So that's basically it. That's basically how I edit all my videos. So I gave y'all a good rundown. You know, just let me know if y'all learned something, and hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day.